Welcome back to Wog's Kitchen. On today's episode, I've got an Afghan okra dish. It's also called Benday, it's also called Bamiya, and in English it's also called Ladyfingers. So, let's get started on the tutorial. So, what I'm going to do is in a deep pan, I've got a little bit of oil. It's a non-stick pan, by the way. Once my oil is heated up, I'm going to add my okra. Now, as you can already tell, I've chopped the bottom and the top part off and cut them into about threes. Now, I'm going to give this a quick mix and let it sit there till it's got a little bit of colour, and then I'll remove it. So I let that sit for about 5 minutes. I added a bit more oil. And to this, I've blitzed up 3 large tomatoes in my blitzer. As you can see, there's oil going everywhere. I'm going to cook this tomato off for about 4 to 5 minutes. The longer you cook the tomato, the darker it's going to get, which is what we want. So as you can see, the color has darkened and the oil has risen to the top a little bit. So I'm just going to season this tomato now. So what I do is I add a tablespoon of salt, a teaspoon of turmeric, and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. So I give this a mix and I will cook this off for about a minute to a minute and a half, not very long. Now guys, if you don't have a non-stick pan, you can add 1/4 cup of water at this stage. What I've also done is I've blitzed up about 6 cloves of garlic and 1 green chilli. And I'm mixing it up, and I'm going to cook this for about another 4 to 5 minutes. Added a pinch of coriander powder, and I cooked this on a low heat for about 10 minutes. As you can see, the color's gone really red. Now what I've done here is I've re-added my okra, and I'm going to gently stir the okra in, and what I'm then going to do is put the heat on very low and put the lid back on, and that's about it. Basically, that's all that needs to be done. I'm going to cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes on low heat. I added a little bit of onions for absolutely no reason whatsoever. The only reason I added it is because I had sliced too much up for the salad. But, you know, if you don't add it, it's not a big deal. If you add it, also not a big deal. And then again, after about 5 minutes, I'm just going to gently stir that up. As you can see, the okra is going to soften up and cook, and it also releases a little bit of the water from the okra. Now you can add more chili to this, you can add less chili, you can add other spices if you wish. I've also added sliced semi-sun-dried tomatoes, once again for absolutely no reason at all. Just felt like it. Traditionally, they don't add the onion or the semi-sun-dried tomato. And that's about it, guys. So as you can see that the oil's risen to the top of the pan. The color is nice and red, and my okra is really nice and soft. The only thing you can do here is adjust the salt level if you need to add more salt. But other than that, that's it. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and until next time, guys. Thanks. Have a lovely day.